Hey VC, I'm finally back for another video. I'm just going to start off here with two finds that I have framed on the wall. This is an original pressing of Roy Orbison at the Rock House on Sun. I got that recently, and then up there, sorry, you might not be able to see it, that's Eddie Cochran singing to My Baby 1957 original. Yeah, so those were two things that I have framed up on the wall, and then I'm going to come back over here and hopefully I won't mess this up. Let's do this right there. Perfect. So how's everybody doing? I've been watching lots of videos and haven't really had the time to make any videos, but I'm glad to finally be back. I won't make another video for I'm guessing another month, as I'm going on a trip to British Columbia, Canada. But yeah, let's get started. There's a bunch of finds here. This isn't everything. I've been buying a lot of records online and things like that. So but anyways, let's get started here. So this is a beautiful label. If you don't know it, it's called Wax Time. This is Roy Orbison, as I just showed you. I love Roy. I've been collecting a lot of the Sun 45s, which I might show in a later video, because I was very inspired by Max Stevens. I buy old records. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should definitely do that. Killer guy, has one of the world's greatest Sun records collection. So I have a bunch of Sun before this, but that was definitely an inspiration. Moving on to some killer country, Buck Owens and the Buckaroos on Capitol. This is in the original shrink. Absolutely perfect condition. That was nice and cheap at the antique mall when I finally got to go back there. That was beautiful, beautiful. This album, I always wanted it. This is a reissue, but it sounds really good. Nirvana, MTV Unplugged, live in New York. Everybody knows that album. Not much I need to say about that. This was sealed. This is The Messengers. This is from the 60s. It's on the Rare Earth label. Obviously mint, as it was sealed. Well, not mint anymore, but we'll just keep going here. This is a cool half-speed master Columbia press of Journey. This is a really nice record on Columbia there. Moving on, we've got a MoFi press. Cover's not in the greatest condition, but you just don't see these out there, and this was cheap enough. The vinyl's perfectly mint. This is the Grateful Dead. I don't have much of their material on vinyl, but this is one of their most classic albums, and on MoFi it sounds amazing. So not much needs to be said about that one as well. Moving on, we have three. I've been stumbling upon these. I don't have the right system to play them, but you know, they do sound good just on a regular system as well. So we've got three quadraphonic pressings, and the first one is Santana Abraxas. That's a wonderful record. Of course, everybody knows that one. This is one of the best pressings I've heard. I've got a couple different pressings, and this one is by far the best. Next up, we've got, this one is from Percy Faith and his orchestra. Some good kind of, this is a soundtrack actually, but it was a great, great record. And of course, we have to have the classic Janis Joplin Pearl. You don't find this record in good condition, so to find a quadraphonic pressing from 72, that was really, really nice. Moving on, you never see this record here, especially in Canada. This is Sam and Dave, Hold On, I'm Coming. This is an original on Stax. Wonderful condition, great soul record. Moving on, we have a jazz record. This is Stan Getz, one of my favorite jazz. This is a reissue compilation from 1972 on Prestige, so that was good listen there. Now we're moving on to a Johnny Cash record I didn't have. Now for me, it's hard to find Johnny Cash records that I don't have because I'm a bit of a completist when it comes to Johnny. But this is from the 70s, America. It's a great kind of spoken word / country record, telling a lot of stories. That one's really fun to listen to. This was a really cool pressing of Kiss that I didn't have, double platinum, as you know, if you've followed the channel for a long time. Huge Kiss fan. This is from the 80s. This was a reissue series called The Priceless Collection, and they sound fantastic and are obviously, if you know this record, you know that it's usually pretty shiny. And yeah, so that's a cool pressing to have for the Kiss collection. Moving on, we've got another great Wax Time pressing. Of course, we just lost Little Richard. This is his great gospel album. I would love to have an original copy of this one. But these Wax Times are top quality, and they're only like $19, $20. So if you like 50s and that type of stuff, they've got a lot of different things. And moving on, this was a super cool find. I think this is from 1994, but don't quote me on that. The Beatles live at the BBC. This is on Apple Records, and what a great record. This is a UK, European pressing, actually. It's got the printed inners and everything you'd want in that pressing there. Love that record. Now, just like Johnny Cash, this next artist is hard for me to find an album I don't have from him. Dean Martin, You're the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me. This is his 1973 record on the Reprise label, in wonderful condition. His later stuff can be tricky to find, so that was nice to find at a local record store. Another record from Quincy Jones. I've got tons of his records. This is from 71 on A&M. This is a 75 pressing, but still sounds amazing. Next up, I wasn't extremely fond of this record, but you don't find it. This is Peter and Gordon's late 60s record on Capitol. It's kind of in that pop psych, I hate that word, but pop psych kind of vein on Capitol Rainbow label. So it's enjoyable. I mean, I like their earlier stuff. Well, they're more poppy stuff. This is a bit out there, but it's enjoyable and nice find. This was super cool. Went to the record store, found this for a good price. These are definitely going up in value. This is Bob Dylan. This is the Mobile Fidelity pressing. This is probably one of the best sounding records in my entire collection. Honestly, it's mastered at 45 RPM. Wonderful. And man, if you can afford these pressings, I mean, they're $75, $100, absolutely go for it. They are killer. This is one of his greatest records too, so that is amazing. Moving on, shout out to the Vinyl Guru. A while back, if you haven't checked out her channel, that's one of the greatest channels out there. So she introduced me to this group. I love soul, I love funk, and this is Duran Jones and the Indicators. Absolutely fantastic modern soul record. So that's their first record. It's not as good as this next one. This next record is fantastic, and this pressing from this company is super neat, cool. Obviously, you know that I collect mostly vintage stuff, and this cover is totally as thick, I don't know if you can see that, as a 60s record would be, or a 70s record. And I love that. Just kind of a basic label. Quality pressings as well. If you haven't listened to Duran Jones, I definitely recommend. Next up, another artist that you do not see in good condition. Sometimes you find her at the thrifts, but they're never in good condition. Dusty Springfield. This is an original Canadian pressing on that great Atlantic Red label, which you might be familiar if you're a Led Zeppelin collector. Their pressings on that label are very sought after, but this is a great record. Of course, we all know Dusty. And what else here? We're almost at the end here. Oh, here was another absolute grail that I got in the mail. This is Buddy Holly. I've got all of his records right behind me right here. Now, this is his 1963 record, post-death, of course. We all know the story with Buddy. This is a beautiful yellow label promo in the original shrink as well. Just a fantastic compilation. I love this record, and to have it on that pressing was even better. And we're almost done here. Let's move on to, what do we have here? This was something that just came out a couple weeks back. An artist that I'm glad that they put this out for. It doesn't have everything I'd like on it, but you can't complain. It was pretty cheap, actually. you can still get it. This is Alan Jackson, the Greatest Hits collection. This is a fantastic compilation. I've got all of his records that you can get on vinyl already, but this one definitely tops it off, and a great way to just put it on and listen to all of Alan's great songs. And we've got 3 more here. We're going to do an Elvis find. This is Elvis, Frankie, and Johnny, 1966, mono pressing, American, in the original bag with the hype sticker. And of course, it's also got the original inner. And what else do we have in here? Yes, I forgot. We've got the gorgeous bonus photo. I had a Canadian pressing, but I stumbled upon this one on eBay, scored it for a good price, so you cannot go wrong. Let's get that back in there here carefully without bending it. Let's turn it like that. There we are. A couple more here. Let's see. Of course, one of my favorite artists, Louis Armstrong. This is a 1960 pressing on Audio Fidelity. This is a fantastic record. Sounds really, really nice as well. Beautiful, cheap and cheerful. Thoroughly enjoyed that record. And we're going to end it off with an original pressing of the Shangri-La's Leader of the Pack on Redbird. Not much I need to say about this one either. And that is about it, VC. So thank you so much for joining me along in this video. I really appreciate the support for my channel throughout the years, and hopefully I'll be making some more frequent videos soon here. It's just things I've been very busy with work, and now going on vacation for 3 weeks. Hopefully I'll dig some more records. And let me just see if there's anything else I'm forgetting. Nope, that's it, everyone. So thanks so much for watching. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Have a great day. Take care.